Are you looking for a brand new home that you can customize in a resort style community only 30 minutes from Tampa? Well, then look no further, because we got you.
What's up, YouTube fam? If you're new to this channel, well, allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Alexis.
And I'm Katrina.
And we are Central Florida's advisor with
the Evolve Estates Group.
Here at the Evolve Estates Group, it is our passion to help people evolve in real estate. So we go all over Central Florida and surrounding areas to show you what Florida has to offer. We explore new construction, resale homes, investment opportunities, local restaurants, shops,
and so much more.
Now make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss
our weekly videos. So this is week 2 of us touring the highly sought out Vida's Way community in Wesley Chapel.
Built by Pulte Homes. And today we're gonna tour their Medina floor plan, which features 3 bedrooms plus an office, 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage, coming in at 2,230 square feet.
Yes.
And their base price is $470,990. So in this community, you have 24 different floor plans to choose from. You could choose the floor plan, the lot, the interior design, and make it your
customizable.
own.
We love customizable.
I love that. We're normally outside, but it is pouring right now. We got wet coming from the other houses, so here we are.
Leaning in.
Absolutely. Now make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where we're gonna go to Monarch School of Real Estate. We're gonna break down the estimated down payment, closing costs, the builder's incentives, and so much more. Now let's begin your real estate evolutionary tour.
Let's go. Do you see this rain outside? And I know we all like to be cuddled up at home when it is raining, but I had to come out and show you this amazing floor plan of Pulte Homes. So this is the Medina, and as you walk in, you have, really high ceilings, maybe not super high, but you have a nice long foyer leading into the home. So I don't see the kitchen, I don't see the family room, and I know we all love that. So now coming into the home to your left, you're gonna have your first bedroom. Now this bedroom is a pretty decent size. You're going to have, looks like a full-size bed here. If you wanted to put a bigger bed, I think that you have more than enough space. You do have 2 windows which let in such natural lighting. You're gonna have a closet in here, and I think it's a really good space. Now, right outside of the bedroom, you're going to have a bathroom. So I think it's a good sized bathroom as well. So you're gonna have high ceilings in the bathroom. The tiles don't go all the way up to the ceiling, but I'll talk to Pulte about that later. So now you're going to have your linen closet right outside the bedroom for any storage or anything that you wanted to put in there. Across from the first bedroom is your second bedroom. You're gonna have the entrance to your 2-car garage, your washer and dryer, which is a really big washer and dryer space. Attached to the washer and dryer is a storage unit with your HVAC system. And you know what? You can put your Christmas tree in there, some decor, whatever you need. There is a lot of space in there. Coming into the next bedroom, again, it's a pretty decent size. In this bedroom, you're only gonna have 1 window, but still it lets in a lot of natural lighting. This bedroom actually has a bathroom attached for your guest or for your child, whatever you prefer. So I think that that's a plus as well, that they have their own separate bathroom. So now that we leave the bedrooms, we are going to enter the home. On this side, you're going to have your office space. And I love a double door action. Usually we'll do a grand reveal, but here it is. I love what they've done with the space. You have your window in here, you have your privacy, your desk, whatever you want to do for your home. I think that this is just the perfect office space.
I agree. I really, really love the office space. I love, so in some communities, this Medina is either coming in a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, or exactly how you see it, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath plus the office. Me personally, I like how the office looks, right? But now when you get into the open living space, I love it. This open floor plan has sold many of our clients. They love it. But since we're over here, let's talk about this living room, because this is huge. I love the trees.
The tray ceiling.
You heard me, the trees.
You know what?
You backed up. Yes, there's wood, and we're backed up to conservation trees. But the tray ceilings, the recessed lighting, it comes pre-wired for a ceiling fan, right? But the tray ceiling, normally, depending on the community, it is an upgrade, right? So again, you could build from the bottom up here, or you can take advantage of one of their move-in ready homes. But this is just so big. You have a lot of natural light. It's raining today, we're wet, but so you don't see as much sun coming in, but I absolutely love it. Our 100-inch minimum TV is going on that wall. Now, I want to, you see where the brown chairs are with the circular table? I've seen some Medina floor plan models, because Pulte builds all throughout Central Florida, even going towards South Florida as well. They had a nice lounge there with a bookshelf, so that could be your like your reading
vibe, your reading nook area. Yeah, I love that. I feel like it's good for a family, or even if you wanted to gather with some friends. You have so much space and open feeling in this layout that I'm obsessed.
I absolutely love it. Then you're gonna have sliding doors leading into your covered lanai, and it's very, very spacious. You can enclose it after you close. Again, you don't want to enclose it with the builder, because you're gonna pay a premium. Okay, you do that after you close. Things that you want to build with the things you want to upgrade with the builder is structural, right? The kitchen, things like pre-plumbing and things like that. But like in closing, no, you do that afterwards. But you could do something just like this. Depending on the lot, you may have room for a pool, but you don't necessarily need a pool, because they have a really big resort style pool here, right? But you can see, I love where they did like a little soccer field. You have options here to choose your lots, right? So you can choose something that's maybe facing the conservation, that you don't have rear neighbors, or if you want to back up to water, you have that option as well.
Options, and they're gonna start a new phase soon. So this community actually sold out faster than any other Pulte community, because it is so sought out after. And once that new phase starts, we have no doubt about it that it's going to be sold just as fast. So if you're looking for this community,
absolutely. Make sure if you need something bigger, we did last week's video was of a really nice big home, almost 4,000 square feet. But again, they have 24 different floor plans, so you're gonna have options here, right? But remember, we don't only cover this community. We work with all of the builders. We worked with resale homes, houses that are no HOA, right? So we cover from Ocala down to Tampa and everywhere in between. So if this is not working for you, but you want to work with us here at the Evolve Estates Group, the best way to reach out to us is going to be in our YouTube. There's a link. That link is to our calendar. Now you're going to choose whether you're builder, seller, buyer, investor, or realtor ready to evolve in real estate. You choose a day and a time, whichever works best for you. And we'll meet you via Zoom, because we want to see your beautiful faces. You can give us a call, you can send us an email, or you can send us a text.
Whatever you want. As long as you get in contact with us, we're your girls.
I highly agree. So this way is where your dining table is gonna go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a 5-seater. So I think that you can put a bigger table in here. If you wanted to put a square, if you want to put a bigger rounder table, you do have the space. Again, because it's such an open floor plan, okay? You know we gotta go to the heart of the home.
Kitchen.
Let's do it. Gas community, we need to just say it and scream it at the top of our lungs, because it is very rare in Florida to find a gas community. So the fact that this is one is 10 out of 10.
And we from New York, so we only knew gas. I didn't know anything of electric until I moved to Florida.
And adjusting from a gas stove to an electric stove, it's a transition. You know, it took me a few tries. My rice would get burnt, but you know what? I digress.
I learned. So with certain series, right, you're going to have either design packages or design studio. The design studio is where you can literally like upgrade, customize everything. but design packages is where they have different packages, kind of different color schemes. So the Medina falls into the design package. This here is going to be a luxe package. So this is a gourmet kitchen. So you're gonna have your hood over your cooktop, like Katrina said, is a gas community, okay? You're gonna have your microwave over your oven. So this is a gourmet kitchen. You're gonna have, depending, most likely if it's a gourmet kitchen, it's gonna have the 42-inch cabinets and the crown molding on the top. And it is also going to come with the backsplash. So we love that. This kitchen features drawers.
There's a lot of storage. I'm here for it, and the pantry's pretty big too, so I'm here for the storage.
Yes, I'm here for the storage. I love the drawers. I love the Lazy Susan.
Yes.
I love the island. You have the single stainless steel sink in here.
And I like that you have the outlets in the island as well.
Yes.
I think that's such a plus.
You have the pull-out drawer for the trash can. You have your dishwasher. I'm loving
my favorite
it.
little drawer here for the sponges.
Yes, but this is the walk-in pantry. So you have a lot of space in here. I really do like it.
Is it Costco Mom approved?
It is Costco Mom approved, right? Even though, you know, we're a family of 8. We have 6 kids, Vic and I. So this is kind of our, babe, would you say our pantry's a little bigger than this, right? So yeah, our pantry's a little bit bigger than this, but we absolutely love it. So we're gonna go into the master bedroom, which is just off of the kitchen. And I absolutely love it because you're away from all of the other bedrooms, right? So in this nook, look what they did with this wall. This is kind of like an accent wall, and I am here for it. So come on, Katrina, let's show them this master bedroom.
Yeah, I am so here for it. I think this space is perfect. You can put a king size. I'm here for it. As you can see, you have more than enough space for a small sitting area. You have your dresser, you have your decor. I love it. You know, I love big windows.
Yes.
I love big windows in the bedroom especially. I love natural lighting. And in your bathroom, you're gonna have a super shower.
All right, so the super shower most likely, so it's an upgrade, right? So if you want the super shower, you can upgrade it. Oh no, it comes with it? Oh, okay, because you see, every community is very, very different. So this one comes with the super shower?
And I think it's so interesting because I don't think I've ever seen a super shower before the Medina. So I was really impressed. I love a skylight window, always a plus for me. So I like that you have like a separate space and it's not just like a standard door in the shower. So I love that. The closet is actually very big. You're gonna have a linen closet in here as well. You're gonna have your water area situated to the side.
So your water closet. So where your toilet is, and then you're gonna have the double sinks with the undermounted kitchen. I think it's late already. We are tired. I'm wet. Vic is wet. Katrina, you wet. Our hair is looking crazy.
We're leaning into today because we had to show you this home. We had to show you this community.
We did.
So here we are.
I agree. So now let's go back, either in the kitchen or in the living room.
Let's just chop it up.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, it's time to
chop it up.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. So we are in Wesley Chapel in a really highly sought out community called Vida's Way. This community is built by Pulte Homes. We just toured their Medina floor plan, which features 3 bedrooms plus an office, 3 baths, 2-car garage, 2,230 square feet. Base price is $470,990. In this community, you can take advantage of a move-in ready home, whatever their options are, or a to-be-built, which means you choose one of their floor plans, 1 out of 2. You have 24 here.
Literally.
Their lots, interior design, but again, depending on the lot, depending on the series of the floor plan, is either you can choose design packages or design studio. For the Medina, you can choose design packages. We just saw what their deluxe luxury package looks like.
And honestly, I like that you have so many customizable options in this community. I mean, 20 plus options.
That's crazy.
Is amazing. And even the studio packs. So to have like such a touch in everything that is going on in the house, everything that you're doing with the property is.
I agree.
Yeah,
I love that this community is it's absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful. I think it has a beautiful story too.
Tell us about the story.
So just to touch base on this heartwarming story, because to me, I feel like legacy and preserving legacy was such a powerful part of building this community. So Vida, so their family owned the community, well, not the community,
it was a ranch,
land,
right? Like
yeah,
a
they
ranch?
owned so much land that Pulte bought from them. And with that came a lot of conversation with Vida's family, right? So Vida's grandson decided to sell to Pulte because they agreed to preserve the legacy of Vida.
I love that.
And I love it because they were a ranching family. There's going to be so many little touches of their legacy within this community, from the garage doors to the name of the streets that kind of coincide with some of their family members. There is even a garden named after their grandmother. You're going to see pictures of the family in the welcome center. You're going to see their story. You're going to feel the presence. So I feel like that just makes it so much more powerful, and it really shows why it's honestly the fastest selling Pulte community ever.
I love that. And in this community, you're gonna have a clubhouse, you're gonna have a state-of-the-art gym, you're going to have resort-style pool, pickleballs, a garden, dog park, playground, walking trails. It really is a beautiful community. We have clients who are purchasing in this community. When they drove up, they were like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful.
Because it's so close to everything. You are 10 minutes from the highway. You're about 10 minutes from the Crate at the Grove, which is just the most amazing spot where you can just have so much cultural diversity within your food. You're going to have a lot of restaurants. You're going to have concerts. You're going to have markets. There's shopping stores at the Grove. So you're going to have Old Navy, Five Below, Beals, World Market. There's so much variety over there. A lot of restaurants. And even right outside of Vida's Way, you're going to have Epperson Lagoon, Murata, I believe it is, from Epperson Lagoon. And access to the lagoon is amazing. You can buy a day pass, enjoy the experience of the lagoon. It is beautiful. They have obstacle courses in the water for the kids. They have a swim up bar for the adults, an adult section to the side. It is everything over here. You are so close to everything, and I can understand why this community is selling out so quick.
Absolutely. And even just 5 minutes outside of the community, you have the Publix. This Publix is
everything.
It's everything. It's 2 floors. You can have homemade pizza, popcorn, sushi bar. What else?
There's a cafe. There's
coffees.
Honestly, it's really so luxurious, this Publix, and I'm here for it.
You have your Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, literally 5 minutes from here.
Yeah, you have everything really close, and what I love is that with the intentional expansion of this Pulte community within each phase, eventually they're going to build a direct road to the highway and then to the main road within the Wesley Chapel area. So they're just providing so much access in the near future, and I love that because Wesley Chapel is growing.
And you're only about 30 minutes from Tampa.
Yeah.
About 30 to 35 minutes from the Tampa International Airport.
Yeah, about an hour from the beaches, an hour and 35 from Orlando. And because you're so close to the highway, I'm here for that. I love the accessibility. You know, we're from New York. A little baby travel doesn't bother us. 30 minutes to where we want to be, quick drive, doesn't bother me. I'd rather be a little further out from the city than directly in the city, so that you don't get those city prices, but you still get the city feel.
Absolutely. And then this area offers an abundance of different schooling options, and they are rated really good. You have private, public, charter schools.
Yeah, honestly, this is the area that is just growing and thriving, and there's so much being poured into Wesley Chapel, and I'm just here for it.
I'm super excited. So we're gonna go to Monarch School of Real Estate so I could break down the estimated down payment, closing costs, the builder's incentives, and so much more. Let's go. All right, welcome to Monarch School of Real Estate. If you've been here for a while, you know that I absolutely love this portion of the video. I want to educate you guys to become savvy consumers. I always start off by saying is that I'm not a licensed lender or licensed tax appraiser, so the numbers on this board are solely estimates to give you a better idea, okay? So the Medina floor plan base price is $470,990, right? The lot premiums can range between $5,000 all the way up to the high 70s, okay? And then you have structural options, design center. So we're just gonna stick with $520,000. You could do it a lot less because we just had clients who purchased this house for around $505,000, right? We're just gonna stick to the $520,000. This is just to kind of give you an idea, okay? So the HOA for this community is $79.85 per month, which does include internet and streaming TV. So that's not bad at all. And it does have a CDD of $180.90. So when you add the CDD plus the HOA, just to kind of give you an idea of monthly fees, $260.76, which is not bad at all, because that's your TV, your streaming TV, your internet, and then you have a clubhouse, resort style pool, your fitness center, walking trails, garden, enclosed game room, pickleball courts. That's actually pretty freaking good. All right. When you're purchasing a house and you're gonna finance, you have a lot of different financing options, whether it be like you're self-employed. There's loans for people who are self-employed. There's foreign national loans. There's traditional loans, okay? I'm just gonna talk about the traditional loans because everything else, it gets very there's a lot of information and I'm not a licensed lender, okay? So let's start off with conventional. Conventional, as a first-time home buyer, you may qualify for as little as 3% down. 3% of the purchase price is $15,600. That's for your down payment. But when you're purchasing a house, you have your down payment. You also have closing costs. Closing costs are an accumulation of fees such as loan origination fees, prorated taxes, transfer fees, etc. Usually around 3 to 4% of the purchase price, and I'm always super conservative and I go 4%. So 4% of the purchase price is $20,800. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your down payment plus the closing cost is gonna equal your cash to close. Your cash to close is the amount of money you need in order to close on the property, receive the keys, and evolve in real estate. So for this example, it's $36,400. Now, if you don't qualify for the 3% down payment, the next tier is 5%. 5% of the purchase price is $26,000. Same closing costs, you're gonna have a cash to close of $46,800, okay? The next tier from 5% is 10%. Why would you pay 10%? So you're gonna pay 10% if you're gonna retire in a few years, but you wanna purchase this house now, you wanna use it as a vacation home, minimum 10% down, sometimes a little bit more. So 10% of the purchase price is $52,000. Same closing costs, you're gonna have a cash to close of $102,800. Now the next tier from 10% is 20%. Why would you pay 20%? You're gonna pay 20% if you wanna avoid private mortgage insurance and if you want to use this property as a long-term rental investment, okay? So 20% of the purchase price is $104,000. Same closing costs, we're gonna have a cash to close of $124,800. Now you might be thinking, why haven't I mentioned FHA? So with FHA, you have a conforming limit and it's just under about, it's just under $500,000. So it might not make sense to use an FHA loan with this purchase price, so it's just gonna vary, okay? But you speak to a lender and you go over all of your options to see what best works for you, okay? If you do use FHA, you might just have to put more money as a down payment, okay? Because you have to cover the difference, because the bank is only going to give you a certain amount and we have the conforming limit. Now, VA, thank you for everyone who has served our country. You get 100% financing. All you have to think about is the closing costs. And if you have a funding fee, estimated to be around $20,800. But again, it could be higher, it could be lower, okay? Cash, you could of course purchase this house in cash, estimated to be around $10,000. Your taxes per year is between $9,000 to $9,500. Okay, that gets divided by 12 and it gets paid with your CDD and it gets paid per month, okay? If this is going to be your primary residence, you want to file for what is called the Florida homestead tax exemption, which is going to be a $50,000 discount off of your taxes, and it makes a big difference. Homeowners insurance, about $1,500 per year, give or take. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. Remember, I'm not a licensed insurance agent. This is just to kind of give you a better idea. Okay. Their current incentives are $25,000 flex cash, so you could use that at the design center. You could use it towards your closing costs. If you take advantage of one of their move-in readies, they're currently offering lower interest rates. So for FHA VA loan, they're offering interest rates as low as a 4.25%, and if you're using a conventional loan, as low as a 4.99%. Now, I know some Pulte communities, not this community, but some Pulte communities are offering interest rates as low as 4.25 on a to-be-built home. I have one of my clients who are purchasing in Ocala, and they're doing a to-be-built home. They're using a VA loan, and their interest rate is going to be 4.25%. So that's really good. Okay. Their incentives are always tied to their preferred lender. So you would have to use their preferred lender. Okay. I hope you found this information extremely useful. Remember, it's just an estimate to kind of give you an idea. You could do the same math and just do it with a different number. Okay. Please don't go to the new construction communities without Katrina or myself. Remember, the builder's agents work for the builders, and you need representation. Outside representation is extremely, extremely important, okay? Give us a call if you're thinking about, oh, I'm not ready just yet, but I want to take a look. Still give us a call so we could register you with us as your real estate agents, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned to our next one.